Hello, we're here at the CULTUREPLEX in Manchester to celebrate 20 years of the Northern Restaurant and Bar Show. We've gathered some of the industry's finest from across the north, some of the legends from the industry. Happy with that description?
Very.
Martin's happy with that.
Yeah.
I think the best way to kick off this chat is probably to start talking about where you all were 20 years ago. Marko, can you...
I was at school 20 years ago.
OK.
You're a young boy.
You've still got your school cap on.
Just William.
Yeah.
But can you remember being into food and drink 20 years ago?
Yeah, we used to go dining out, so special occasions. So if it was my birthday or my mum's birthday, we'd go out. So it was always a special occasion.
Martin, what about you? Were you still at school 20 years ago?
School of life, Matty, school of life. Yeah, no, I think it's a good question. 20 years ago, I was just setting up my business. So I lived in Leeds, and in 1999, I signed on the dotted line and we opened the Ark in Hetherington. So I was very nervous because I was gambling my life, put the house on the line, borrowed some money from my mum and dad, my wife's mum and dad, didn't know what I was doing, trying to hold my job down a whitbed as well as trying to set up the Ark in the back corner, back bedroom.
And how did it go?
Amazing,
yeah?
Amazing, yeah. First week we took 70 grand, second week 80 grand, and we took Hetherington and Leeds by storm, and so it was a fantastic success and very exciting time.
Joycelyn, what about you? 20 years ago?
At school as well, but being from a supplier family, food has always been there and what was normal when you first started going out to eat, especially in pubs. I'd wonder why the food wasn't good, especially the pubs that we used to go to. Where we're from, the food would just be really average and not what I was used to being surrounded by at home. And
So you were getting better cooked food at home than you were out in restaurants?
yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, so everything. It wasn't just about the seafood that my dad would bring home. Suppliers tend to pal around together, so Begoosener chicken and all the great dairy guys around us.
I imagine you were eating very well 20 years ago, Thom.
I was eating okay, yeah. I think I was probably a couple of stone heavier. I was living in city centre Manchester, and I'd gone to set up a website called therestaurantgame.com, which was going to be a kind of trade website for the hospitality industry, and it was going to revolutionise the world and make us all .com billionaires. And it tanked spectacularly. We misjudged it awfully in all sorts of ways. But I suppose 20 years ago we were in the process of flipping it offline into old media, and we launched Restaurant Magazine.
Yeah.
And off the back of that, we launched things like the 50 Best Restaurants in the World Awards, and these have all become the default within the UK, even globally with the awards.
Mayur, what about you? Are you Leeds?
Bradford as well, yeah. So, 20 years ago I was still at school, but as you were saying before about eating out, and I actually lived in a restaurant. So my parents had a deli in Bradford, and we actually lived upstairs, very traditional, kind of the old school curry house. Mum and Dad set up about 30 years ago, and it was actually just a deli that serviced very much the Indian and Pakistani community in the area. After 10 years or so, we were like, right, let's add a few seats, let's take over the laundrette next door, and just slow expansion, basically put outdoor seating inside, which is why Bundo's still really uncomfortable. And my mum was just a great cook. So it was very much me and my brother who were the front of house, and then slowly that dynamic changed a little. So my brother was more of the front of house, and then I kind of stepped into the kitchen.
And did you prefer that?
I did, definitely, yeah. I don't like talking to people.
You're in the wrong place today, mate, because this is what we're doing.
No, it's just, it was definitely where I had a passion, for cooking.
Adam, I'm going to flatter you now and say you were still at school?
Absolutely, yeah. I was just trying to decide what I wanted to do as a career. Which I already knew, wanted to be a chef. Didn't have a clue about restaurants or anything. My idea of eating out was my mum's family living Crewe, so we used to go down there and go to the local pub and have half a chicken, chips and salad every single time.
Same thing every time?
Every time, and it was humongous, and everyone was surprised that I could actually eat it. Literally, that was my version of eating out.
And you still always seem to have chicken on your menu now?
Absolutely. Well, it just, it's just simple ingredients, isn't it? Like Joycelyn was talking about, really good quality ingredients that she was eating at home. I was brought up on good cooking from my mum's side, but not really much else in terms of food culture. I just knew that I wanted to be a chef because I was watching Ready Steady Cook. when I was coming home from
Happy
school every day
days.
and eating good food from my mum. So, and that was about it. So I knew absolutely nothing at the time of the Manchester or northern food scene.